Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm joined by one of our board members, Angela Flowers, and she's here to talk to us about her experience on the board and reflect on the NAEP results. So thank you so much for joining us, Angie. Just so people can get to know you a little bit, tell us a little bit about who you are and what motivated you to join the HISD board.
Sure, I'm a native Houstonian. I am a mother of four, and I'm an educator. This is my 26th year in the high school classroom. So I've worked in education, both in public education and private, for my entire career. I started my teaching career in HISD in 1993. My mother was an HISD career-long teacher and educator, and then I have two students that are graduates of the district. So I'm very invested in this community. I'm very invested in HISD, and when I was called to serve and found out about this opportunity, I just knew that I wanted to marry both my professional interest and my commitment to the community.
Well, thank you. And I know it's been a long 18 months so far. You answered this call. You went through a rigorous process, and now you're responsible for making sure our district is meeting some really big, critical goals for kids. Some results came out this week, and I think we're encouraged by those as an administration. Can you share your reaction when you saw them?
It's really affirming. I'm really excited about the scores, and I'm excited for the community, for our parents, and for our students to see how incredible our students have done and how much progress we've made in such a short time. So in looking at what we need to do for HISD, we have to move the needle for our students, and we have been looking and singularly focused on making sure that our students are ready to meet the needs. And now we see through these scores that we're making progress. So we see in areas where strategically across the nation, across the state, we have not been able to move the needle. We're now seeing in our fourth grade students and our eighth grade students, we're seeing specific progress. We're seeing that we're making shifts from years of us headed in the wrong direction to making great strides, and we're catching up with the state, we're catching up with the nation, and we're showing that our students can achieve. So super, super excited about it and happy to talk about it.
Okay, well, let's look at some of those slides. I think we've got some that we can pull up. Yesterday we talked globally about our overall results, and now is a time where we can go a little deeper. So the slide people are looking at right now is fourth grade reading, specifically our Black student reading, and this, if you want to kind of describe in your own words what you're seeing in the trend lines here.
So looking at 22 to 24, just looking at an 8-point percentage increase. When we talk about our Black students that have historically been underserved in our community, we really see an incredible amount of progress in a short amount of time. So seeing an 8-point increase, that we are catching up and we're moving forward in an area where traditionally it was just it was trending in the wrong direction. So we know that that our students can be successful, and we're really specifically excited about this trend in fourth grade reading for our Black students.
And I think when I see this, the thing that really hits me deep is this is the first time since 2017 that HISD Black fourth graders have achieved at a higher rate than the average national public school districts and large cities across the state, and we've almost caught up, or large cities across the country, and we've almost caught up to the state. So for people that don't look at educational line graphs a lot, I just wanted to call that out as just a huge, huge win for our teachers and our students.
Yeah, so we're turning around a trend in our district that was trending in the wrong direction, but then also the speed at which that we're catching up, it's really remarkable. It's remarkable what the teachers and students were able to show that we can do. Mm-hmm. Okay,
let's look at another one here. Here we've got economically disadvantaged fourth grade math.
Again, if we're looking at that trend from 120 to 126, or excuse me, 220 to 226. So our economically disadvantaged students that we can show that in the district with great resources, with great instruction, our students can change that trend. So again, we're talking about we call them subpopulations. We're talking about groups where it's really hard to get these trends to change. And if you look at these are like national trends. These are state trends. And that at HISD, we're able to turn that around. That's just really, really encouraging about what this administration has been able to do in a relatively short amount of time.
And then one of the areas of that the Board of Managers focuses on, and part of the exit criteria, is special education. So in that context, what is your reaction to this 8th grade reading data?
And again, I have to say this is personal for me. So I have a student that graduated in HISD that was a part of the special ed program. My daughter is deaf. So it is both personal, and it is about the community, that we make sure that our students with disabilities have all that they can, all that they need. And this has been really a source of, it's been a sore spot for us for so many years, where we've not been able to address this. So the fact that this administration has changed the trend for our special ed students in such a huge way, it just shows us that we're on the right path. The other thing that I think that this shows is, when we talk about systemic change meaning the whole system has to change. We're a huge district with many different moving parts, but we want to serve all of our students equally. And so the other thing that this tells me as a board member is that the process and the system that is being put in place by our superintendent and by our district leaders is really trending in the right direction. And we think this affirms the decision that was made, that this was going to be whole-scale change. We were not going to do piece by piece. This is just really affirming that the plan is working.
And kind of as a kind of close out here, just as a human, when you look at this and you think about the inequities that our students face, what would you want just the average Houstonian, a parent, a teacher, to feel? Sometimes it's hard to attach feelings to data, but behind each of those data points is a child, is a family, many children, many families. So I just want to give you the opportunity to speak from the heart to a community that's depending on our leadership.
As you said, behind each graph, these are students' lives, these are families, and these are students that are able to make generational change for their family. So we want to make sure that our graduates are poised to both make a way for themselves, but to also make change for the lives of their family. That's how important this is. And when we fail at this, then we're failing our community. So this is personal for all of us, that we believe in our students, that we will invest in our students, and that we know that our students will achieve at great rates, not just for Houston, for our state, but up against the nation, that we can do it. We know what our students have to offer, and we know the strength of our faculty and the work that the teachers have put in. So this is really a success for all of us, for the students and parents, but for those teachers that did so much for the kids. And then as a system that we are able to make big changes, and we have to. It's our duty as a community, as human beings, to take care of our children, and that's what we're here to do.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for helping sense make this data for our community and for all that you do. The work we're still so early in efforts to make sure HISD serves every child well, and I know together we're gonna continue to go much farther faster.
We are, and we just want to celebrate our teachers and students, and we want to celebrate our community. We want people to know that we are making progress in HISD, and that we're partners with our community, and that we're all on the same page for our kids. So thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome.